Okay. 12 years, to me it looks a little bit slow, but we've... Mute that feedback. We defeated the Muscovites. And I primarily took money from them, let's be honest. But his force limit has reduced. We're gonna need to maintain like a lead, a military lead over him. 14-year truce. Okay. Hoping that the Ottomans... I'm actually really distraught over the fact that they have that much debt pre-Renaissance. It's demoralizing. There's nothing I can do about that, but in the meantime, the Great Horde War is completely free to finish him off. Let's do that. Before he gets guaranteed or something, I'll declare it right now. And our truce is up with Nogai, so he's next. Otherwise, 6-year truce with Kazan or Crimea. We do have other options potentially like QQ to think about in the meantime. Hey Conqueror, what's up, dude? How are you? Nice, I've been there. As far as our loans, we can pay off 5 out of 6, but that is pre-feudalism. We're certainly doing better, but we're going to have to spend a lot of money on feudalism. That's got to be Albania. So he's fighting Venice as well. Sometimes Venice dishonors. I'm well conquered. It's absolutely flippin' freezing, mate. But apart from that, let's just say that I'm chill. I'm chilling. Okay, so our real income, if we didn't have the interest, because we can pay off most of that, it's definitely doing better. More partial states. I could see us turning these forts off versus the Horde. Oh, nice. I don't know where it's spread. Maybe partial state. It's based on autonomy, I think, guys. So partial stating this up has a good impact. Okay, I'll buy it. 488. And we're on 909 cap. Wow, that feels so normal. Okay, so right now we're like a slow Renaissance spreading regular nation. I think -10, +15. Those are both good. Focusing my admin. Diplo, I'd like to Diplo dev the gold, but it requires others, and the autonomy is awful. It does go down while we're at war. Okay, we're eclipsing people. Our prediction is doing fine, but oh, we become a great power. Cool. Let's see, 6th great power. Nice. Yeah, so fort's off. Look at this, 3.4 ducats in debt. I can pay off 3 loans. The economy is improving. 4 years to sell. I'm not so sure about our first idea for this. I think it's actually Diplo. I think Diplo is the smartest. Basically for the, you can see already, because our capital's so far away, it took over a month to retract a diplomat from the Ottomans, so having diplomats is good. But for me, I want the Age of Religion war score reduction and the Diplo war score reduction combined, so we can chunk people more. Hordes do have a bonus, so to speak, a mechanic, where they can actually overextend over 100, and then you can, by raising the provinces, it diminishes the size of the overextension. If that makes any sense. Excuse me. Yeah, so the overextension is based on the development, obviously. Okay, my Diplo's about to cap out. This weirds me out. I mean, we will fall behind in tech. Maybe it's not a super hurry. Yeah, the improved relations will be good later. Part of, as you can see, we actually are not discovered by most Europeans, which is something I want to use to my advantage. I want to ignore AE with them completely, but hopefully not get a coalition. Could do a military idea. Could be doing Diplo second. No, I'm not going to get cold, I'm fine. I very rarely get colds, and I don't think you literally get colds from being cold. Maybe, I think it's like a breeze. A breeze. A breeze can mess you up, like your muscles. You have like a breeze on your lower back and stuff that's cold. I'm fine. I'm not that cold. It's just like, it's like the hands get cold and stuff because it's freezing. Okay, yeah, my Diplo is literally about to cap out. I've got 1 month to make a decision. It just doesn't really benefit us that much to dev, is the thing. So I normally buy down war exhaustion. What else do I do with my Diplo? It's Crownland. We're so bad at deving. We're either desert out here or Arctic. There's this little bar in between. That's grassland. That can't be too bad to dev. And then you got to keep in mind that a lot of this stuff is like partial stated. So yeah, I'm literally 50. These are my cheapest, but how many of them? Okay. Okay, they are in my, like, heartland. The production, we really don't benefit much from the trade. Is mercantilism worth it? I don't think so. It does provincial trade power. It's 2 to 1, so it does 2 provincial trade power. I think deving is the move. Like you said, it's crown land, but very little for us. Look, maybe it's possible, show as another one, but yes, this run required Uzbekistan. Because I would have preferred Kazan, like I said, who has the CCR is here. I think it's the lowest. Now Kazan is a lot weaker on force limit, and it would have been more difficult to get started. Okay, how looted are they? They're looted. They're quite looted. We're gonna give them a break. Let the stuff recover fully, and then we'll do it. I mean, their capital's looted. And it cost me military points. I think, especially if we embrace the institutions, I'm gonna be less eager to do that. It's not the goal. Goal's kind of in the title of the stream. So we're not really overextended very much. That's part of why our economy is doing better. %5 tax and corruption. You know, the tax is not great, guys, but the corruption is decent. Especially because you're always overextended. I think we just have to take the manpower though, right? 20% manpower. It's a big modifier. I am worried about the economy though. Like we're genuinely in debt. It's just a debt-based economy. The idea is we just keep... I mean, 6 loans isn't that bad, right? We get 23 loans. You can have up to 23 loans. It's quite a lot of money. And it goes higher and higher. Dev the gold mine, I have been. It's in the mountains, man, and it's maxed Diplo. So it requires admin or mill, which I'm not so... Maybe some admin. Maybe some mill. Both, but yeah. Okay. Oh, gosh, man, I hope that the Ottomans stop debt spiraling like so badly. You shouldn't have that much debt this early. It's BS, bro. So we gotta rinse the PLC. Like, that's the main goal, is to come out here and use the Ottomans to just cleave our way into the PLC. Alright, so this was stated. Let's unstate that so that I don't pay so much. Contribute warriors. Land maintenance. Reinforcement speed, we should do that. Start constructing 5 cavalry and a 70 expedition general. And that actually doesn't cost manpower, which is crazy. I'm kind of low-key under my force amount. I will do that. Let's check while we're at peace. The Ottomans did not attack Karaman, who's completely free for the taking. But he attacks Albania and fights a harder war against Venice. Okay. Our next war is Nogai.
Been busy gonna drop in on the YouTube.
Noob Slayer, thank you for the sub, man. I appreciate that. Thanks for using your Prime here. Okay, I will be posting this to... Maybe if it goes tragically wrong or something and I just call it early, but I will be posting it to YouTube. Thanks for the support, Noob Slayer. I appreciate that. Let's look at trading companies, guys. If I... oh, I've been running defensive edicts from the Muscovite War. Cooldown has come down. Yeah, let's... that should strengthen the economy slightly. Okay, these are the 2 trade centers in the Ural Charter and the 2 in the Caspian Charter. This is an estuary, but let's just see how that looks in terms of giving us a merchant. I'm not sure alone they'll do it, but they should be close. Oh. I just gained 2 merchants. Okay. Sweet. Let's just collect in both. Trade income is 1.67. Okay, I tick 5 these guys, so they should get cooked. Now, this is Europe. I believe that's the only part that's Europe. 11 dev. We'll make 11 dev the war goal. This is a mission to take the capital, which just gives us claims. I think it's intended for hordes to go this way. It's somewhat underwhelming, but that's okay. He is over 100 war score. I'd want to avoid the 3 dev stuff because it doesn't give us monarch points. These 2 are 3 dev. That's kind of annoying because I'd really like to just walk through here. Okay, let's go for the 11 dev as the war goal. Let me see, 6. Yeah. That's actually all non-3 dev provinces right there. And then probably box out the Timurids. Something like that. And just take the money. We'll get a little bit more war score and a little bit more money when we occupy the war goal. But we're separate on Crimea. Crimea, I would actually like to short truce. Is allied to Kazan. No. Crimea, we should take this. This should be the goal. 285 bucks, and then we'll short truce them when we fight Kazan in 4 years. Alternatively, hey Windrunner, what's up? We could break his alliance with Kazan. It's another option. I'll think about it. Okay, trade went up a lot, guys. Collecting in Kazan for 0.78 and Astrakhan for 0.71 with our 2 trading companies. Nice. So we're barely pushing into Kiev and Novgorod. It's like over, it's about 1.5 ducats we're getting right now, in addition. Okay, I'm tick 5, guys. I'm literally tick 5. If he's gonna run off, let's siege a little bit, and then follow him, and this should be able to stack wipe him. He's only on 3. Do you guys know how I grinded XCOM 1, guys, for so long? I've really been wanting to play XCOM, and it's like I bet the game. Dude, game's fun as. If we lived in a good timeline, which we don't. No, we do. Let's be honest, we got it pretty good. Could be worse, that's for sure. But they would do an XCOM 1 remake, and it would be like... I mean, XCOM is a genre-defining game. It's one of the best games ever made, I swear. Single player. Okay, where's he going? He's coming up here to Kazan. But it would be an improvement, you know? It would be so hype. Isn't it long? I did think about that. Isn't it XCOM 2? Because I always assumed it was XCOM 1. And then I looked it up and it said it was XCOM 2, so maybe they made a Long War mod for both. Yeah, but we could do that. We could try XCOM Long War. Okay, let's go find a guy. He's got 18 regiments. One was down here. As far as I know, it's for XCOM 1. Okay. It's Long War mod for both games? Alright. Nope. This is sketchy. Turn around. My Diplo's capping out, which is awkward. Well, one of my criticisms with XCOM 2 is that it did feel really long. Like, I want to say too long almost. But that doesn't mean that's true, it's just the vibe that I got. It might be wrong. Okay. There is... Nice. Okay, let's loot. For like 140 bucks there or something. Looting Muscovy. So, guys, for those of you who don't know... So we do this like every 3rd year because it gets devastation and it becomes partially looted. It depends on the dev, I think. But owning this city, which is actually really good because we're a horde, it gives us 24 yearly tax income. And that is real, which is 2 ducats a month. You can see the Tatar yoke. Now, if we lose to Muscovy, or I think they just occupy it or something, or pass a mission, you lose that modifier, I think. But I'll tell you what, that is completely OP by other nations' standards. I think by our standard, we're so poor, we need it, but it really doesn't change that much at the end of the day. But I'm grateful for it, obviously. But if you were playing like a little nation playing tall or something, that 2 ducats a month is insane. Okay, my Diplo... Oopsie, I just lost 1 monarch point. Nice. If I take the admin... Let's do it. Let's... 10% ahead doesn't feel good, but I don't know what else to do with my Diplo. We're pumping it into Diplo. So 20% land attrition is coming, which is pretty good, honestly. You lose a lot from attrition, and 20% cavalry combat ability is coming. That's huge. As we do run cavalry, and we can run more. We've got a spare diplomat, that's also pretty damn nice. High income. Construction cost, development costs. A treasurer half price rank 1. That's appealing. Our price rank 1 advisor is appealing. But I think we should save that. Construction cost modifier. AHB. Must own the province and have 85 war score. Okay. $70 tradition general, guys. What a joke. Alright. Six pips. Okay. We just siege his country down and step on his capital, we'll definitely get that peace seal. And then it's just no guy, so we're raising a host in our capital, which if he stands on our capital, we stop doing that, which is slightly awkward, but it's okay. This is some chill horde gameplay right now, guys. I'm Tech 5. I wonder if I should just YOLO into the PLC, guys, and break our country. Like, are we too soft right now? The Ottomans are supposed to help, but he just has an unreasonable amount of debt for no reason. I'm pissed at him. I'm obviously spy networking PLC. Okay, let's go on the offense here. At this point, you don't think I have much of a choice? Yeah, I don't play hordes enough. Like, I think we're also lucky to have this ruler as Uzbek, 5 in mil. I think if we get less in mil, I mean, Poland still has the 1. Like, outnumbering them is plausible, for sure. Sorry, out-teching them. But the issue is, as we go later and later, like Europe, ideally, we have tech advantage, right? And I know also that the horde unit types are powerful, but they quickly fall off. That's my understanding. So, you know, even hypothetically, if you go into the late game and you out-tech them and you have good numbers, it's not going to matter. Like, they're going to be kind of like the Ottomans feel just so strong in the early game because they have more pips with Anatolian. That's how it will feel for us, as the Eastern and Western have the best late game tech. Now, that is the late game, so it takes a long time. But still. We're stronger early, is the point that I'm trying to make. Polish spy network discovered. Frick. Emirates seems so powerful. I gotta deal with them as well. It's... What? There's no way they took that for. What the frick? It's under his occupation, guys. Let's just piece him out, so I don't have to liberate that. I think he would have flipped it to their control, but I paused it on the day. Okay, we can pay off 3 of 5 loans. That was crazy. Was the garrison low, I think, because I wasn't really maintaining them? Dunno. He literally took that in like 2-3 months. That was crazy. It's alright, just cost us a little bit of money. So these trading companies do appear to be stable, which is nice. He's just getting worse and worse dead. Cringe, man. It is cringe. 4 loans. This is not a full annexation, so as soon as the capital falls... 30-day sieges. So Kazan's coming up in 4 years, guys. But otherwise, I could go east, which there's... I mean, look, if we take Muslim land, I could increase autonomy. Like, there's very little downside. He's allied to Jaipur, who's... no joke. I wonder if, yeah... It looks like we could ally some of these Muslims, like Delhi. Delhi would probably help against the Timurids, but, like, does he stand a chance? Okay, I've got some diplomats. Let's consider doing that. No, that's my trading company. Not stating these. They're just gonna walk off into Siberia to try to hide. Got plenty of relations. Let's grab a RM here. Unknown attitude is -50. Well, that is pretty cringe. Are they able to discover me with a royal marriage, please? How would they discover you? It means it's really difficult to ally somebody. They did discover us. Okay, cool. Royal marriage discovers us. So our rivals are Mughalistan. I mean, we could humiliate rival. If we'd want to walk all the way down and peace out Jaipur. I out-tech him, we've got horde ideas, so we should be able to beat that 32. But it's like, is it worth it? I don't feel like it's worth it. As far as taking some land, Samarkand node. I might do a quick war against them. So we're gonna have nothing else to do. I'd really like to take the Timurids. The Ottomans are throwing in my game. How can I get so much money that I can pay off my debt? Like, and then... I don't know, man. I need to shoot money over to the Ottomans. Wow. Wow. I mean, I never thought we'd get innovative in this. Can we even maintain it? We're actually the leader in Diplo ideas. 20% reduced attrition. Or, no, it's not true, because when they do it, there's like a cooldown, I think, for a year until you lose Inno. But that goes to show how overpowered the Horde bonuses are. We just generated a lot of Diplo points and it caught us up substantially. We're looking more like a nation now, even though there's some horrendous border gore. As opposed to, we just had a snake down there. So the Kazani War is a full annexation. That will be satisfying. In 2 years. Gotland, Brandenburg. It shows superiority. It could go similar to the way of the Muscovite War. By the way, he's on 51k. It's nasty. We didn't do as much damage as I would have hoped against him, I'm not gonna lie. I might have to just YOLO in against the PLC. We can't rival them. It's kind of surprising. If we do Crimea, we'll definitely eclipse them. I'm gonna do Crimea. Just keep our PP up is the main thing. Yeah, like I said, errorist, so one of the most understandably misunderstood aspects of this game, it's really poorly done, is outside of all of the different modifiers to military, there's unit types, and it's based on this. Whichever technology group you're in gives you different unit types, and the unit types are actually some of the most impactful things in the game to your military. And the Horde, the nomadic is actually very strong in the early game and very weak in the late game, and it's a spectrum. As the game goes on, we get weaker and weaker. So there's that. Whereas Eastern is weak in the early game and strong in the late game, and Western is weak in the early game and strong in the late game. And I believe Western is first and Eastern is second in terms of best in the late game. Okay, how are we looking right now? Got 4 loans, I can pay 2 off barely. I don't really have anything. I'm 3 over the force almost. These, we're going to reduce autonomy in all of this Muslim land, which is just going to... it's going to hurt us that much more. Okay, hopefully the tribes... if my war exhaustion goes down and my overextension goes down, they might sort of fluctuate and disappear. Yeah, I understand that. If we keep expanding and keep getting free monarch points, we'll keep our tech up. That's good. I mean, right now we got a big rebel faction. I think we're not doing anything until the Kazite War, guys. Kazan War, excuse me. And I've got to make a decision. Do we smash the PLC with a lot of difficulty? Hopefully Delhi prospers here, guys. I hope so. And he'll help us against the Timurids in the future, because I do need to do a Timurid war. It would benefit us a lot to take over this node, but I do need to do a war against them. eventually at one stage for part of my plan. Okay, we've got a payout coming here. Fight them at Multech 6. I think 5. Traditionally, 5 is more an advantage, but I don't think we got an upgrade to our units. Speaking of the mechanic I was talking about earlier. Okay, we're pretty stable. I think it shows superiority, guys. I think we're going to YOLO into them. So I've got this strict ruler here. If only this guy wasn't rank 2. It's going to break our bank, but I think I'm going to do it. It's similar to the Muscovite War, guys. I'm going to try to just fight them, and then we basically take a fort, occupy as much as we can, and just get out. That is being maintained. So this is pre-advisor, and like I said, we got the horde bonuses. I mean, we're way stronger than Poland for quality. It's not maintained. We're way stronger than Lithuania. I mean, Brandenburg, we would discover them. I haven't discovered them, so I can't look them up. You know, they probably have like 14 regiments or something. Maybe 15, 16. It's further away than it seems, man. If I wait 2 years, see, he's ticked up the others to 5. I think we go. Frick. Look at their numbers. My ruler could pass away, affecting our discipline. I think we go. This is not the plan. The plan is to, you know, I've got 20 favors with the Ottomans. It's to call him in, but he's gone full potato. We gotta go. Just gotta man up, suck it up, and go in, guys. We can't sit back doing nothing. So I've got plenty of manpower. The mercs are gonna start getting worn down. We're going for it. We're gonna feel really broke, but we've been there. We've already had over 1,000 ducats in debt. Here we go, boys. Make sure we use the correct CB. It was the right move, not touching EU5. It's kind of trash. But, you know, I might just be hard to please. I've got no idea. Okay, boys. War with the PLC. Now, some of these are actually so low dev we could barely loot them. Yeah, that's pretty ugly to see, to look at. As far as snaking, it would be to the Baltics, guys. .42 war score. If I could get up to Livonia, yep, that would be the way to go. Okay, those are all lootable, even though these two are only 4. We're looking at something like this, guys, and we'll probably take their money. Like, I'd want to take more land. That's 40 war score plus sticking. Look at them all. This is grim, dude. This is grim. It's grim. Let's see what we can do. We got way better quality. I mean, look at that morale difference. 9 discipline difference. We just got to farm them in battles. We're probably losing an insane amount, 10 ducats a month right now. Now, Lithuania should not be lucky. They're not. He just happens to have... Well, I don't play Lithuania that often, so maybe it is an event, but he's got 20 defense for some reason. That's irritating. I figured this fort, it's as good a place to fight as ever, guys. Grasslands, so we're actually taking the offense for military access. Like, this is where the action is. They're going to come down this way. But yeah, I've got 3 siege pip. If we could just take their fort really clean, that would be beautiful. Okay. Let's take larger loans because I'm paying off smaller loans. Interesting event. That looked like 10 relations with every Muslim nation, just about. But I get prestige. Oh. Plus 3 progress, damn. Okay, now these, I never play Muslim. That's money, guys. That's money. This is manpower. The manpower's doing okay because we're focusing so much on mercenaries. We definitely want legalism. I think. Are you kidding me? Wait, this is my gold area. I mean, let's not panic. We're getting hardly any gold because of the autonomy. It lasts 10 years. It's fine. Autonomy change? You're kidding me. Why did that hit the gold? For frick's sake, man. That just crippled the goods produced and reduced the autonomy, guys. But it still goes down even while at war with the edict, so that's so dumb. I'm not gonna go 25 towards mysticism. That's 50 points, guys. When it was 25 one way or 25 the other. So in terms of opportunity cost, like I'd literally be -5 if I clicked it. So legalism gives us tech cost reduction. So tech 6 hopefully looks nearer and nearer. Okay, let me get the fort for military access and let me just whoop these guys in the grassland. Come on, baby. We progressed by 1, then 0, then 3, which kind of redeemed... 3's the highest. It redeemed the 0 and then a 2, and then a 1 again. So we're making great progress. Scotland lands in the south. He's gonna like occupy all of this, but he can't go through the fort at least. Army tradition 20 is insane. Let's actually go for that. Yeah, Gotland coming through the Mediterranean. Went all the way around Europe. Respect. This is like some World War I action, dude. Nice. Not bad. Okay, let's loot Muscovy. Okay. Alright, guys. War score from battles, ticking war score. We want 40 war score from battles. Don't you run away, boy. We've got movement speed being a horde. Gotcha. Okay, he's gonna get a river crossing. Let's give our best general. We're gonna get -1 either way. I just want to capture him while we can. Okay, beautiful. Alright, this garrison should... we should let it recover a little bit. Okay, so this is enough, the 8 stack. Let's just keep the 31 here. Send the 8 stack down to deal with this. So Uzbek is very awkward, guys. Unlike these other hordes that all have a cultural synergy, our synergy is this versus that. You know, again, if we're playing Kazani, that would be better because we're not going out east. But I don't want a cultural flip for a reason, but we will be doing that kind of gameplay eventually. Wait, I do own Nogai. Owns core. Okay. Okay. I wonder where is the Polish army? Yeah, good question. They have ramped up a lot. It's kind of a bit weird. I mean, they're very intimidated by our troops, so... But we should be able to kind of feign back. That's that same area. It keeps getting hit. What's this one? State maintenance. Construction cost. Unrest. Okay. We do pay extra maintenance. No! Military leader died. No! My 3 sieger died. Well, we got good fighters. 4-4. That's pretty damn good. My sieger died. Damn it. Okay, I want to take provinces that the forts don't flip back. But let's go for some battles. If I feign back, he should walk into the grasslands, but joke's on you. We fight well in the grasslands. I lost my 3 sieger. There's no reason to celebrate. Here we go. Jeez, look at them all. Beautiful. Stack wipe. Hey, this is us, boys. So far, so good, right? Let's just keep doing this. We're on ticking now. We can get 21 more war score from battles. And obviously 25 ticking war score. And if he keeps getting stack wiped, he's going to feel less and less enthusiastic, and we take what we can. I mean, we might push for 100%, but... just depends how things are going. $22 from battles. The great thing about this war, actually... the only good war is because the Crimea and Muscovy don't like him. It's just a straight up one frontier. Like every war that's been an issue for us, it's been painful. It's just a straight up clash point, which is working really well for us because we are stronger than them. You know, that 30% manpower maintenance and 10% cost, it's pretty rough. We do run a lot of mercs. I almost always take this in my runs. See, an area gets 8 unrest, guys. That's a ton of unrest. Frick. Cost me like 1.6 ducats. Oh, I see. I don't like these river crossings. My maneuver is bad on my generals. Wait till he goes in the fort. We can always just occupy these again. But the battles are more important. Okay, I normally don't take inflation for other monarch point types because it takes admin to buy down. But as a horde, we seem to be able to just buy it down. So, F it. We're getting a lot of inflation through debt, and expanding gives us admin points so we can buy it down. Okay, there's the Kazan truce. So we already proved that we can get like 250 bucks from Crimea, separate piece. Kazan will give us some money when we full annex them. And then when we attack Crimea in the future, I don't want to offend the Ottomans, but I'll take this stuff in the future. I'm just thinking about the money economy situation. So the Ottomans annexed Albania. That modifier was 100 and it's regressed to 130. Yeah, this is news to me. Just having a broke Ottoman for no reason, it's pissing me off. I mean, good use you are, Ottomans. So I would suggest that this is a better general for fighting 4-4 for rolls. See how we go. This guy's kind of stuck. Beautiful. Because they have to walk around the fort. Hit him while we can. Beautiful. 5 more war score from battles. Poland's trying to reinforce this one. Please cancel. Nice. Wow, this feels sick. We're like bullying people like the Ottomans, you know what I mean? Where people are so afraid they don't even engage in battle with you. That's the dream. Okay. That is 40 war score from battle. We're on ticking war score. My 3 sieger died, which makes it that much more demoralizing to siege provinces. Poland is lucky. No, they're not lucky, that's right. They're high priority on the lucky nation list. But they're actually not lucky. Okay. We go for 100%. Look, it looks easy. It looks easy, but you gotta understand that the battles are not gonna do anything anymore. So we really made it look easy, but the AI, they hire mercs, they ramp up again. As I sieged, they're going to siege us. The AI seems to just straight up hack and cheat when it comes to sieges. It's difficult. Like, we did a lot. It's time to sit back. We'll keep taking battles. He'll get worn out for war exhaustion and stuff. Manpower. But 100%ing them looks easy. It's not. We just want their enthusiasm to go down. I mean, this is a grasslands fort. If we can sort of repel them enough, like, I'll try. Oh, let's go. That's a good general, dude. Okay. Nice, 2 siege. So right now they're scared of us. I'll head up here and hopefully... See, our defense is worse as well. Okay, I've noticed this is my bad. I need to pay attention, guys. It's been a long time. See, that we could have just increased autonomy. I'm actually bad at the game. It's my fault. I'm not, you know what I mean? You just got to get good. I'm bad. I don't want to deal with rebels if I can simply get rid of them. Which I can here if I just protect against rebels for a little bit. I need a rank 1 unrest, bro. We've had these advisors since the beginning of the game. I can't afford them. Loot Kiev? Kiev is only 10 dev. It's only a little bit better. If we can get a head start, guys. So no guy's quality is garbage. This 8k should roast them. We can get a head start, grab this siege and then come back and defend it. Oh, I'm trying. A little bit of progress. Okay, if this overextension goes away, our unrest on the perm should be good. As the rank 2 advisor passed away. A part of me is pleased with that. It is just way too expensive. But I spent so much money on this, dude. We've got 3 loans right now. I can sell Crown Land soon. We're okay. The debt's getting bad though. Again. Okay, I think we'll have to try to use a little maintainy boy. And just hope that we can maintain that and then go back for battles. Let's get this 8 regiments over here though. Now I believe the scientific term is a maintainy boy. As a matter of fact, this is our war music, guys, right now. Because we're fighting the PLC. I should have switched. My fault. Just hope they leave that alone. I made 1 tick of progress, but it's better when my 2 siege pips there. Just hit him where he can't reinforce easily because of the fort. And if he derps here, there's fewer numbers will go, and he just breached the walls. Yikes. Lose base tax. We lost base tax anyway. Okay. I don't like how there's a crap load of them there and they've got a lot nearby. I just lost my morale advisor. Okay, perm's going down, thank goodness. I hope the Uzbekis go down if maybe we reduce war exhaustion. Guys, we've been trolled with advisors all game long. It's driving me nuts. I've re-rolled so many times. We're rolling quite well. Come on, baby. Beautiful. This is my entire army, guys. No negative roll there. Beautiful. Okay. So these battles are giving no war score now, and he's got a lot of forts, so they don't give that much relatively, you know what I mean? We're on ticking war score and just wearing them down until they... Because our numbers are so few, it's difficult to get him lower enthusiasm, and we're also sieging his subject, not him. This guy is Grasslands fort here. I'll go for this in the future. It's tough to really make this guy see the light. No! They're still mad. Three stability, low war exhaustion, no overextension, they're still mad. Guys, I've spent like 400. Well, if you consider the rank 2 advisor and the maintenance, I've spent like 800 bucks that I can't even afford this game, bro. It's so irritating. But like 400 bucks, like we're just re-rolling advisors to never. Bro, why do my advisors not exist, bro? Oh my gosh, I've never been trolled so hard in my life, guys. Like, I had rank 2 here in every slot. It's like, yeah, pay a crap load of money to get the guy you want. Thank you! He's rank 2. That's irritating. Okay. At least it's available. Gosh darn it, dude. I've spent so much money that I can't afford, bro. It's so irritating. Okay, I've got 2 diplomats free. I guess we just speed up the warfare against these two. Yeah, so if I can make my way to his capital, let's see. Yeah, we don't have the pathing. There's a fort there, and these two are woods. I think I won't make my way to his capital, guys, but we will take the grasslands, occupy his own province. Okay, Gotland's coming back around. I think I should go rebel suppress this, because it's only going to be worse when I have... You could turn these forts off as well. No, not that one, idiot. Just gotta watch the military access. It's only gonna be worse when I have overextension. I'm gonna go all the way over, rebel suppress these to go away, and then come back, so... Damn it. Not making good progress. I mean, surely we win this, right, chat? Surely. We got medium enthusiasm at Poland. I can tick up to 6 in a pinch. Okay, we're good on the military aspect. So that chains us to the Livonian Order, which in theory could be like Livonian Teutonic War, Novgorod Wars, but I'd really like more land than this if possible. Nice. That was another 3. Damn. Okay. Huge. We make great progress on these sieges, but it doesn't stop you from just failing these rolls over and over again. But we are absolutely smashing them in terms of progress. When do you estimate you become emperor? Well, becoming emperor is extremely difficult because... What's that? Anonymous gifter? Wait, 10 gifted subs? Hey, thank you, dude. I don't know who that was. That's really generous, man. Thanks so much. If you got a sub, guys, you get no ads any longer. If it was up to me, I would turn ads off. Pretty sure I don't even get ad revenue because I got banned. But I would turn them off. Twitch literally doesn't let you. Nice. We took that on 35. Damn. I feel like I'm the AI, man. Progress, progress, progress. Take the fort. The dream. Thank you, Anonymous, again. Appreciate that, dude. Okay. I can get Inno, but we're definitely going to lose Inno. We shouldn't care about Inno. I've been getting Inno from my Diplo. So that's more war score. It's this Polish fort. That would do some real genuine damage to him. So let's go back. Take battles. This guy's gonna go rebel suppress these tribes. Use your prime. Thanks, Espiriton. Hey, we got legalism here. Surely that's 75. It is. Okay. Let's buy, that's 260 bucks. Get rid of the corruption. We have 4 loans right now. I think the economy is holding pretty well. After kicking that advisor, this balance is actually decent by our standard. Why did you get banned? You're such a nice fella. Debatable. No, I'm not that nice. I got banned because, basically, Twitch is terrible in that way, in my opinion. They're like an anti-free speech platform unless... They're like extremely ideologically driven. So, there is some of the most heinous stuff you could ever imagine on Twitch. Hey, I got a rank 1 national unrest. Let's run it! That's the tribe's gone. Oh my gosh, thank you! Bro, we're 20 years into the game. Stuff's happening. That's nice. Yeah, there's some of the most heinous stuff you could ever possibly imagine, including literal terrorism activity on Twitch. No exaggeration. Terrorism. But there's no repercussions because they agree with it. And I'm not talking, it's just crazy to me. Like, Amazon should get involved because I'm sure Amazon doesn't agree with it in that sense. It's terrible for their image. But the company under them does. I predict in the future, guys, there's going to be like lawsuits against Twitch. Like for people crashing their cars when they're driving. All sorts of stuff like this. It's just absolutely heinous. But meanwhile, I said something that they don't agree with. So basically somebody reported me and you get banned. That's what happens. Okay, if I wait a couple days, we get a reinforcement tick there. But it's also because Rat reported me. Who's also like an anti-free speech person. Obviously. But, you know, I say something that they don't like, they're upset, they're offended, but what I do believe what I said is true, or else I wouldn't say it. It's in regards to Islam. This is the thing, is you show them their own texts involving the prophet that they worship. See, here we go again, I'm going to get banned, guys, but I'll just say allegedly, hypothetically, in a random context that I'm not implying anything like that, guys, but if people are chomos, I don't like them. That's all. I can't get banned for that, right? So I gotta speak in code, but if people are chomos, I don't like them. Other people literally worship them and pray to them every single day and then say that they don't worship them, but if you even draw them, depict them, then they'll come and murder you and stuff like that. There's like a school teacher that got murdered in the UK recently because he drew somebody. So, and it's certain groups who do that kind of thing. So yeah, that's why I got banned. Okay, let's focus on the game. I'm actually really into this, guys. This is Horde gameplay, which I don't... Ooh. A third leader? Where did that come from? Did our army size give us a third leader? I hope so. Oh. Damn! Not as good as the other one, because that's 3 on shock rolls, and it's got less maneuver, but we'll take it. Nice, ooh. Got some good generals. Got some good generals. Asperden, don't bait me into talking about it. You're absolutely right. There are psychos in every religion, not just one specifically. But there's a fundamental difference, which is in my religion, the one true religion in Christianity, everybody will condemn you. That's the difference. Everybody will condemn you. So people, human beings, are sinners, and people, human beings, are hypocrites. Okay? But all of us, what is fundamental in our religion is that our Lord is not. He is not. Our Lord is perfect. He is our God, and he's the perfect example for us. Okay? That's what's different. And all of us, we fall short of that. And when somebody severely falls short of that to the extent that they're abusing others, we will all condemn them. It doesn't matter if it's the Pope, it doesn't matter who it is, boom, that person's bad. In this other religion, their Lord is Jeffrey Epstein on steroids. Okay? Now, who knows which religion I'm talking about? We can hypothetically, allegedly. But he is... so you baited me. And then they do not condemn it. They do not condemn it. In fact, the majority of them, happy, applause. We want a certain type of law to be in your country. Enforce it. We want more of it. We want it to be normalized. Okay, so we're talking about the majority are psychos versus a minority that everybody is quick to condemn. That is the difference, okay? Next topic, guys. I actually enjoy, and I think it's important, because I don't think this guy Aspartame is... You're not allowed to talk about it, guys. That's the problem. And I don't think he has any negative intentions when he says that, but there is a difference, and it's very important, in my opinion, to understand that. And I don't mind elaborating, but we got to move on. Guys, I will literally get banned. Do you understand? You won't see me anymore. Ever. I've got like a strike on my channel or whatever. Let's just move on, okay? Okay, let's see. I can't talk about it. I see. Wait, this guy? 6 years old, Green Forest Bear. 6 years old. Yeah. Really great, right? Stand-up guy. Okay, 60 war score. I actually think the economy is fairly stable. We've got 4 loans. I think some loans are inevitable. We shouldn't be afraid of loans. If I sell Cs... we genuinely don't have much debt at all. These wars will be profitable. Yeah, so let's not worry about money. You know what? I think war apps, if we take anything 10 war score on war apps, that would be a lot. Okay, so any bonus province that we take... That's actually a trade center. There's 3 trade centers. Getting a merchant in Kiev might not be too difficult. I was going to say any bonus... There's no point. I can't get a merchant now. Any bonus we want to be over... Like a decent amount of dev. Like ideally 6. Like 222. So most of these are rubbish. It is what it is. That's 6 dev there. Let's keep pushing. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I mean, guys, are rants okay, or are you guys mad? Are you gonna piss off? Like, this is for me, guys, and I have the bias. Do I have a bias? Yes. Did I grow up a Christian? Was I raised in a Christian household? No. You walk around this world, and people say things like this all the time. It happens on TV. It happens in publications. Your teachers say it. This is the world that you live in. And they repeat, 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 repeat. Like, I've heard it many, many times in my life. Oh, the golden rule. It's the thing that's behind all great religions. And what are they referring to? They say explicitly, very often. They're referring to do unto others as you would have them do unto you. That's what they say. What I found out when I was older is that there is virtually no religion in the world that actually teaches that. Prove me wrong. So you disagree? That's not true. Well, show me the evidence. Because, in fact, they're mostly supremacist, they're mostly discriminatory, they're mostly, I shouldn't elaborate on Twitch because I'll get banned. And, in fact, those words are an exact quote from Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ says that, and that is the only reference, it's the only teaching, and it's the only religion that does that. And it's just a coincidence, I suppose, that you go back to a barbaric world thousands of years ago when Jesus existed, and everybody is maiming, murdering, and massacring each other. And Christianity is the fundamental thing behind the morals, the foundation of the world that you take for granted today. Right? And what do people do? Speaking of standing on Titan's shoulders and taking it for granted, they say, oh yes, all great religions teach it. No, there's only one. It is a direct quote from Jesus Christ. And what is so ironic is that you have these people who I have literally, this is a direct quote, I hear it all the time. I don't think Christianity's important, or I'm not a Christian, I don't believe in that. I just think that you should treat other people how you would want to be treated. Just confidently and ignorantly, ignorant, right? This is a mind-blowing privilege, and it's a mind-blowing concept even 500 years ago, where you're fighting at the gates of Mordor just to exist, where you're the Polish and you're like, okay, we just have to go hard up in the paint to help these guys who aren't even our friends. We're probably rivals, because there's going to be no civilization left if we don't do this. When you're just being besieged by people who are raping your little sister, guys. Okay? This is life, like just a few hundred years ago. And it's about to be life again. It's life all over the world now. And it's about to be life right at your front door if you don't, actually live your life with some deliberacy behind it. Being deliberate, being wise, making good decisions, being responsible. This is life, and people just completely take it for granted. The idea of that a human being has an intrinsic right, that they're valuable in the eyes of God, and that you should treat them the way that you want to be treated, is a revolutionary idea in a world, Rome, where everybody is a slave. The majority of people are enslaved. It's revolutionary, okay? And there wasn't this religion and that religion and that. These religions are all murdering each other. It was one religion, only one. And it is so ironic, and the confidence in people's ignorance when they say, I don't believe that you need to be Christian. I only believe that you need to be Christian. But they're too stupid to realize that that's what they're saying. That is a Christian concept, okay? So that's my belief and my opinion and my understanding. And I think people were extremely confident in their ignorance. And I just want to help people. That's all. If that's what you believe, you're quoting Jesus Christ. So don't use it in a way to undermine Jesus Christ. And Jesus Christ was somebody who was saying it when it was the most crazy, controversial thing to say, a concept that nobody could even comprehend, because it was so unrealistic and didn't exist. And also, Jesus Christ is the one true living God, and I love him. Sick, dude. All the other gods are either fallen angels, demons, or don't exist. Cool, right? You were auto-modded? What does it say? Green Frostby says, I live in the US and young men still support Donald J. Trump. Yeah. I think I'm kind of like, there were some things about Donald Trump, there's still things I don't like about him, but he's better than the alternative. That's how politics goes. I didn't see what the auto mod said. Oh yeah, here we go. So there's people, look, it's whatever, I don't care. If you guys are extremely, like if I say like, oh, you should be Christian, and somebody's like, I hate you, shut up, you idiot, Christians are the worst people, like I'm not trying to like convince you or whatever, I don't care, right? You're entitled to do whatever you want and go to hell, that's fine. Just waste your entire life, be an idiot and go to hell, that's fine. I do try to help people where I can. That's fine. But in regards to the Old Testament, people always bring this up. The Old Testament. Oh, God's actually really bad. The Old Testament, blah, 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 blah. The major thing to understand is that in the Old Testament, first of all, the people who are doing these things, primarily, like, this is like 99% of things, right, are people doing it, not God, right? So you hear this all the time. If you criticize one religion like Islam, they're like, I hear this all the time, like, well, you guys do it too. Like, you guys do it too. And they refer to the Jews like 4,000 years ago. It's ridiculous. But the Jews go in and out of God's favor, and they ultimately have gone completely out of God's favor. That's why Jerusalem ceased to exist. That's why the language is a resurrected language, that it doesn't exist anymore. It's a new form of language. They've gone completely out of his favor, and it is new Israel are the Christians. That's how it is. It's the one that's grafted in. That is, so it's the choice, which means, of course, it's all people. All people can go to heaven. All people are the people, the chosen people of God. It's you have the choice. Anyway, regardless, what people do is, and this has been happening for a long time, is they pick a very specific concept, a very specific thing, right, in the Bible, and they're like, look, this is God, and God's bad. See? God's bad. But this is the irony, is that God, like I just said, you're taking good or bad for granted completely. Because without God, you know, would we want to live in a Viking society, for example? Everything that people virtue signal and preach against, like, oh, you're so brave, because you think that women shouldn't be, you know, raped, except by your actions today, you actually do, because you're pro things that hurt women. It's just ridiculous society that we live in. You're completely taking Christianity for granted. But the irony is that you say, oh, this is bad. But if you denounce Christianity, then it's not bad, right? Like, that's what the Vikings do. That's what everybody did. So you're so brave and powerful and strong because you're anti-slavery, as though there's anybody in society walking around like, we should enslave people. Ridiculous. Brave and strong. Standing up to 100% of people who all agree with you. So great. But what is ironic is if you say, oh, look, at this incident, as an example, it doesn't exist in the Bible. I'm struggling to make my point because I can't have to talk in code. But you're like, oh, slavery's bad. Look, there's slavery in the Bible, which there's not. That would apply to the first thing that I said. It's condemned by God. Well, why is slavery bad? 100% of all nations used to enslave each other. The Romans used to enslave each other. Their neighbors used to enslave each other. So you're literally saying that Christianity is good when you say that's wrong. So if you believe Christianity is good, then then God exists, right? Nice, we don't get mill points there. So you believe Christianity is good, but which they don't, but you also believe God doesn't exist, I assume? That's the only way you can be logically consistent. So God needs to be held accountable to you and your opinion. So if you say God's bad, why? Oh, look, God's a murderer. So? Like, everybody's a murderer. We got very few people today, by today's standards, who aren't murderers. And even then, it gets complicated, right? People go to war and stuff. So prove that murder is bad. But you can't invoke Christianity. You can't invoke your morals from Christianity, from your culture. You can't invoke any of this stuff, but prove that it's bad. And say that you can, which is ridiculous. This is what people believe today. They're just like, oh, just because I feel like it. I'm smart because I think I'm smart. Because stupid doesn't recognize stupid. Okay, fine. So now God's bad. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? He's going to send you to hell when you die. You're going to be, oh, when you go up and you're in front of his judgment and there's Michael, you know, the angel standing right next to him who could destroy the whole world with a snap of his fingers. You're going to say, well, I'm better than you. That's what you're going to do? You know, it's retardation inception. It's retardception. It's like, if you're right, you're still wrong, but you're wrong in the first place. But if you're right upon being right, you're still wrong, but you're wrong upon wrong. But if you're right and right and right and right, when you're wrong, you're still wrong. You're wrong every step of the way down. You're wrong. And people are like, I'm right. See how that works out for you, buddy. Okay, now can we see the Livonian Order? I am my own god. I'm so smart. God is dumb. See how that works out for you, buddy. Actually, by my lore, you're evil. Okay. See how that works out for you. Do some partial states here. Now, I actually wanted to play the game. I've been enjoying this. Let's focus on the game a little bit. So I just sold land. I want to dev up to 20 crown land because autonomy is important in my mind. We're going to get unbalanced research if we're not careful. But this war score cost is just so good, right? Maybe 2 devs would be enough. It is. Okay. Raising provinces should give more mana. I did raise them. Yeah, we've got plenty of mana. Okay, so we're going for Kazan next. Which is separate piece Crimea. He gave us $250 last time. Let's start the war like whacking Kazan's troops though. Why did my crown like... I guess I didn't unpause after expanding. It gave me more land. I hope this just isn't a thing. That's based on loyalty. So it should hopefully go up. Okay, it feels good to have more diplomats. Let's do spiny works. The Ottomans are fighting the Mamelukes before fighting Karaman. Okay. Yeah, I'll text him by 5. He should smash him. Why don't you just attack Karaman and just pay off your debt? Okay, he's been paying off some debt, guys. Let's just be optimistic that he's gonna come back and actually be useful in some, like when we attack the Holy Roman Empire and stuff. You know what I mean? Let's check on the loot here. No. Let's let the money come back. Well, this is nice, guys. Check this out. Oh, that's because I got troops standing there. Never mind. I thought if I increase autonomy... I guess we've got some war exhaustion and overextension, but you would always have some war exhaustion and overextension, you know what I mean? But we can almost have nothing, no rebels come along. I could also trade and company it, but that does take governing capacity and gives you very little returns. That would eliminate the unaccepted culture penalty. No, the Ottomans had over 1,000 ducats in debt, I believe. I might be wrong. But he definitely has less because the modifier is less, or at least maybe it's a relative thing, Conqueror. So maybe his economy has improved, so he's got less debt relatively. Does that make sense? But the modifier's gone down. I wasn't actually looking at the debt. I can't say with 100% assurance, but the modifier has gone down. Okay, I feel like this guy's running away from me. Unfortunately, it takes months to get around there. Dude, this is some appalling... 20 ducats? Okay, next war against the PLC, guys, we'll set up a Kiev trading company. Probably next war against the Muscovites, which is 5 years away. So Muscovy is on Tech 5. He's got no friends. He doesn't have much flat terrain to fight in. I mean, we got forts on his frontier. It would just be defend the country and then take his capital. We should hopefully out-tech him. Like, I can go to 6 already. Crimea discovered. I guess we should try to set up a huge spy network in Muscovy. Okay. Just make the capital the war goal, if that will give us the maximum amount of money if it hits 100%. Beautiful. How's the force limit doing? We're actually not over the force limit right now. That's a first for us. Okay, let's do a spy network in Muscovy, which we just pray it doesn't get discovered. Yeah, autonomy's, innovativeness going away. That's why I don't really value it that much. We should bring this with us. Let's just go focus out the Crimea. Discipline advisor. Holy. Let's do it. Rank 1 advisors. Oh my gosh, this is a dream. This stack is completely composed of cavalry. Just make sure to have infantry nearby, like filling up the ranks. Got 2 loans, 3 loans. I always want to make sure we grab the large one to pay off the smaller one. 2 loans. I mean, we're getting thick, right, guys? But it's been 22 years. Isn't there a you discover the bordering province, guys? How does that work? Because stealing maps is like it's Tech 6. Maybe doing a diplo idea first was a mistake if we desperately need Tech 6. I'm not sure. Maybe when it cores? We'll discover the adjacent province. Okay, this is much more chill gameplay. Our military advisor leaves our court. No, thank you. This guy's just gonna hide in the mountains. Oh, did he delete his fort? He did! We took all Crimea's money and they deleted their fort. Oh, they're cooked. Okay. Nice. Let's just go, we actually don't even need to engage this stuff, but I don't like him stopping the coring progress. Just carpet siege him. Yeah, there was an obnoxious fort right there in Lower Don, which has gone away. Most of that we already have. I got some permaclaims here. We got permaclaims here. This is so lame how unhelpful the Ottomans are going to be, and I'm looking at them like an enemy, guys. They control Europe as well. Maybe that's not Europe, but the rest of their country is Europe. But of course, Anatolian troop type is strong early, and they're the most powerful nation by far, and we don't have a tech advantage, so I don't think trying to fight them early was the right move. But if we expand next to them and then they get like a militaristic ruler, like even the heir has more in military, he will just break a relation with us. Yeah, we got a lot of diplomats. Let's make sure to max relations with him. Crimea's diplomacy is effectively nothing. Let's white peace him. I think we're gonna run out of stuff to do unless we fight like a random war just because we can. Nah, surely we can make it 4 years of peace and attack Muscovy. And manpower's coping really well because of our dependence on mercenaries. Nice. Some of the stuff should be unstated. We'll raid them next year. Okay, let's go forts off for now. But I gotta focus on these rebel factions. Don't derp it, monk. Come on. Okay. We're actually at peace for a minute, guys. Which is a weird feeling. The Muscovite War is... it's a little over 3 years. So this is progresses based on loyalty when it's at 100%. Looks like summoned diet comes down and raised host comes down. So if I raise host, it's gonna potentially make that an issue. Okay. Anyway, this is 5 land maintenance I kind of want to buy, but let's not do that right now. Well, that's a problem. This is our nation, boys. 5th great power in the world, by the way. Nice. So we either sit a few years at peace, or we man the F up and fight like... the Timurids. I wonder if we could drill some pips on our general. Yeah, I'm currying favors with the Ottomans as well, because, like you said, as much trust as possible is the way to go. I mean, there's issues when you don't go to war. I could grab that really quickly. He's an OPM, yeah, and he's raisable. I think we'll do that. I am worried about the Ottomans, but let's just give it a moment. We'll do that. Nice chill move. I hope Muscovy doesn't tick up to 6, guys, because it's only 30% ahead. He did have a really bad early game, but he's got a 5 in mill now. I could see him in years ticking up to 6. It's a bit of a struggle. I currently have war exhaustion. May as well hang out at peace. It feels weird to be at peace. This is our first bonus, the Age of Discovery. I don't really think we're going to get anything else apart from present on 2 continents. We could have probably humiliated a rival if we were really trying, but it's whatever. This is step. Plus combat bonus on step. I think it's AE, guys. I think none of the bonuses are that significant, but look, we're at risk of getting some AE with Timurids and stuff. It's better than nothing. Seems like your crown land is pretty nice to keep up because you only have one estate. So this is kind of like having 3 estates with 33 influence. You know, having one estate with 100 influence. My ruler's getting old, guys. I like my ruler. The gold income is going up pretty nice. Yeah. Peace helps the autonomy here. Okay, let's see about some rebel suppression if we're hanging out doing nothing. Culture convert the gold? Nah. QQ has no friends. That's a free war as well, but same thing. He does control some of Europe, but it's gonna invoke the wrath of the Ottomans, I'm telling you. I don't really want to go down there right now. Well, it gives you manpower and tax, and my Diplo points are too valuable. It only gives you manpower and tax if the province is stated, which it is. So manpower's been coping fine. We're using mercs a lot, and the tax income there is pathetic. Let's prep this war. Unrest from culture? I don't think it has a rebel issue there. It's Muslim. The gold doesn't have rebel. Yeah, look how stable it is. Did it rebel recently or something? No. Yeah, it's super stable province. We're fine. Okay. We want to see Delhi win this? Oh no. I'm not sure he does. He's out-ticked. Jainpur's fighting Orient. Delhi's our ally down here, guys, and if a big powerful Indian nation forms, I never have to go that way. If we could use them against the Timurids, that'd be great. But Jainpur is definitely stronger than him. Pick 5 and numbers, so we'll see. Okay, Razanian rebels are gone. Gaz rebels could be gone without too much difficulty. So you're not supposed to be at peace or you get negative events as a horde. It hasn't been long though. I'm going to do a quick war against Imereti while we wait for the Muscovite truce. And I wonder if I could get this war score cost before piecing out Muscovy. I only make 5 per month. It's pretty terrible. I'm going to buy another monarch point per month just to try to get to that war score cost. Yeah, because you can raise the provinces, reducing the overextension. We really want to grab like as much as we can from Muscovy, any big nation. I'm not trying to do like a world record speedrun world conquest, right? But obviously the early game is harder, you would think, hypothetically, and I've been allowing myself to take... Nice. To take less to keep the economy afloat. Just do some dev or crown land. They're fighting each other. Moldova took that fort. What the flip? Attacker against Poland. I'll tell you what. He can only call these three, which is interesting. But I think taking land from Orthodox is better for us when more nations in Europe discover us. So what I'm interested in is if this is cord, can we attack the Livonian Order? I hope so. Novgorod's disappeared, by the way, that makes sense. Okay. War exhaustion's about to be gone. I'm just going to increase autonomy. And it will actually be stable, but that is provided a lot of these have over 10, provided that we're not overextended. You know what I mean? Which, this is the only lull we've had, really, where we will not be overextended. We typically would be. Trustworthy allies, +1 reputation, half price advisor. 2 subjects. Okay, I have one nation in mind. I know one nation we need as a subject to achieve this run, but realistically, we should try to aim for a subject outside of Europe. Maybe like here? Interesting. I wonder if we should do a QQ war right now. I'm on tech 6 if I want to be. I think we should. I'm going to come in through the east. It is what it is. I think this will be a super easy war. Let's go for QQ. Georgia for the forts. Again, it's going to piss off the Ottomans. I guess let's check if Genoa's inside the Empire, guys. They're not. Burgundy and Lucca. Anybody that we go to war with, we're going to discover their provinces. Yeah, all of this will piss off the Ottomans badly. Like, I could take that. Okay, the Ottomans absolutely rolled the Mams, which is probably good, but how's his modifier doing? On 100. Is there any obvious subject outside of Europe, guys? I've got the relations. Let's buy that now. That they're not over 100. This has gone away. That helps the economy out. Feels weird not being over the force limit. Okay, one more and we have the war score cost reduction. That would be amazing. Plus cavalry combat ability? True. True, that would be amazing to fight. Muscovy in particular. Oh no. That's a dishonor. That's a dishonor. I don't want to F around with this. I just got reputation, thankfully, from Diplo Ideas. Timurids are a problem. I mean, look, in the long run, look at him. He's stronger than the Ottomans, guys. In the long run, the Ottomans beat him. The Ottomans aren't going to eclipse him or anything, right? So with the Ottomans' help, we can beat him. Surely. Surely. Okay, QQ. See, I don't like that Shirvan has a core in Dagestan. Yeah, Tim's super strong, and it's not ideal for our run. Not at all. Let's go Miltech 6. I just got unbalanced research. With our weak economy, doesn't feel ideal. Let's turn forts off up here. Nothing's happening up here. But just keep our eye on anything sneaky happening. Maybe I should have brought that down with admin. We have 3 mono points. Maybe some of my wiring is off, I think, maybe, guys. I think 10 prestige might be worth more than 50 admin in this situation. Which is very rare. Pretty small chunk from the Ottomans, I'm not gonna lie. That's crazy. Did he take a lot of money? He definitely paid off some debt. I mean, he made short work of them, but... yeah, but like I said, we'll depend on the Ottomans later, and we've got this one. Show superiority. So... we'll fight. We'll stay in the flatlands and beat them up, and then take something like that. I don't need to win a crazy war against him, but I do kind of resent the fact that I can't just farm him. Like, often they just implode naturally, so we're unlucky in that regard. But it's fine. It's fine. There's plenty of things that could have gone wrong in this game that didn't so far, so I'm happy. Like I said, it's where's a core? This guy here. So cores of nations who share culture but go away, like Byzantium or this guy, is 1594. So if we have any shot of achieving this, think about Ireland. You know, there's tons of Irish cores. We need to conquer the whole of Europe before 1594. It's going to be a big one. That's pretty early, and I don't have much expertise on a horde, but, you know, people do crazy speedrun world conquests on hordes, so surely we can do that. We're going to have to do some kind of crazy shenanigans which don't make the run easier. They make it harder in some ways. Okay, we just called this. Can you please discover the Livonian Order? I don't actually know the rules, guys. I thought you discover a bordering province is normal? No? I want to see the Livonian Order. There's something about discovering your border, isn't there? I thought there was. Might be time to loot Muscovy. Yep. Form the Golden Horde? No, I can't do that or ruin the run. At least I think it will. Are they an in-game tag? Stupid mountains, man. Oh, they're not an in-game tag. think it's a long way out of our... No, I can't. Unfortunately, we can't form nations, guys. I'm not revealing the method. This is extremely complicated method to actually achieve this, more complicated than you might think. There's one thing in particular that we need to do, and it's the reason we've started as Uzbek. You'll see. So, if you can't tell by the title, guys, I'm trying to do something which I always wanted to do, which I've never been able to do. We after all these years, over 10,000 hours playing the game, I wanted to form the Holy Roman, not form the Holy Roman Empire, but be Emperor of the Holy Roman Empire, and every single province in Europe is a nation inside of the Empire. That's the goal. Okay? Now, how do we... That's why I said, for example, we need to do this before the Greeks go away. Okay? So obviously, among all of these Byzantine cores, one could be Byzantium. One could be Byzantium. Then you've got Moria, Achaea, right? And there's others, right, around here. I don't think these guys like Epirus, they're all different cultures, so they will go away very quickly. But the point is, these are all cores, as long as we do it fast enough, of nations that could remain. But if I'm not mistaken, because Athens is, look, 1502, that goes away. So there's about, look, there's Crete, that's a real one. But we'll just say there's like 4 nations in this whole region of Greece. You know what I mean? 4 or 5 nations, something like that. So how do we do this? This is the question. Well, one answer is client states, and spoiler, I will be taking mercenary ideas. Okay? I've hardcore like lost my voice, guys. I apologize. I was exercising, and it's like so cold. It was like last night, and I was like huffing in, breathing air, and it's like, man, my throat is like so coughing. Yeah, so we will be taking mercenary ideas, which actually has synergy. Don't you guys think it has synergy? I think it has synergy. The only way to go crazy with military, as we've demonstrated, when you just need to go hard, is mercenary ideas. But mercenary ideas actually allows client states early if you take influence. We will be taking influence. I do need to get elected emperor at one stage. So we're going to take mercenary ideas, probably admin for the CCR, and then our 4th idea will be influence, okay? That's how it's going to go. Client states. But of course, client states, for people who don't know, you can have a total of 50 client states in one game. So how many regions are here? Like 12? There might be 4 or 5 nations that we can release as long as we're fast enough. Say that the rest are client states. We're talking about this tiny little area, guys. That might be 5 client states, let's say. The point is, that's 10% of our total client states. So some regions will be nice, like in Germany, there's going to be a lot of Germans. But if you can tell, there's not going to be enough nations, there's not going to be enough client states. So the question is, how is it possible, basically? And I'm not going to elaborate. You're going to have to see how. I believe it is possible, but we have to do a very specific thing. Which is exactly what we're doing. He ticked up to 6, guys. I'm worried about Muscovy. At least this war, it will wear down his war exhaustion and stuff. I am worried about Muscovy. He's the strongest nation we're fighting lately. I barely out-tech him, so... Gosh, please don't die, my ruler. This strict is like Giga Chad. Okay. My spinium was discovered. Can we re-up that? I can. We're not going for China. We're mostly going west, Wombataxi. Okay, in this war, that's one vassal which is not inside of Europe, so I like that. Ah. Shirvan. Core goes away in Dagestan. If I take this land, I would have the ability to release him later. And these are not European. I like that. This is a nice war to sneak in. Hopefully if we take his capital, we just get some cash here and we piece it out. I could raise them and then release that. I like this. I just hope it doesn't offend the Ottomans. That's what I'm worried about. Like, if the Ottomans turn into an enemy... So, the Ottomans aren't at Tech 6, but Muscovy is? He had like a 1, then a 0 in Mill, and only got this a few years ago. This is crazy, dude. I guess he's doing a military here. He is. In quantity. Okay. How's the debt look, Ottomans? He did definitely... We got a trust hit with our allies for dishonoring. That's fine. Let's let that naturally go up by 1 per year. And then we'll jam trust with our favors. That's because I dishonored the Delhi War. This is a really cancer siege, guys. 41 days to tick. Just gotta be patient. I will do a little bit of deving. In like our proper full states. Are we anywhere... Is Renaissance spreading? I guess... Actually, yes. We should improve with Genoa, guys. Keep him in the positive. The Ottomans should embrace, and then it would spread down here, but... No, Renaissance seems really far away. We've got feudalism, so anybody who doesn't know, you don't begin with that. Really, it's expanding into the Renaissance, but it's just too early. Okay, our prestige is not doing great right now. Did Livonian Order get discovered? Unfortunately, no. We only called this, like, maybe less than a year ago. Ah! Speak of the devil. There it is. There it is. Okay, and we get our CB instantly. Muscovy dishonors. This is perfect time. Riga Teutonic Order. Man, I gotta go. I gotta go. He's guaranteeing them. Okay. I'm doing stuff with Delhi that's unnecessary. I just got like a sore head when I coughed. Man, maybe I am sick, man. Throat sore. Ugh. Sore head. Okay, the Teutons would have to... they might be able to get military access, actually. But similar to the Poles... Nah, they might get access everywhere. I was just thinking about this woods fort here. Nice woods fort. To fight them in. I don't think we'll have any issue fighting these guys, right? Rivaling Wolfgast. Now, if I had Diplo... Oh yeah, even now, they are 100%able. Ooh, that's exciting. Tag eliminations will be exciting, because they won't be able to coalition us. I do drink wine, yeah. I mean, I mostly drink wine because my dad is, like, obsessed with wine. He used to be like a sommelier or whatever you call it. I very rarely buy wine myself. Well, I don't, if there's ever like a family event or whatever, I end up inheriting it, which is a good setup. Appreciate that. We can do some conversions, but actually having some Tengri benefits me. Because you can't get elected as a Muslim, right? Okay, come on. Just fall and we're done here. Muscovy hates me, so the fact that he dishonors is a small miracle. Nice. Okay, I really hope that doesn't offend the Ottomans in the long run, which it probably will. Okay, I don't think we need to be in position. Let's dowel this while he dishonors. And my manpower's doing really well, so force limit went up nicely. Let's go 1 over. Beautiful. Okay, one of my merc stacks is getting low manpower. Those are all trading companies. This one isn't. That's not either. Is it? I don't know why I can't state that one. Am I dumb? This isn't chord. It's a visual bug. For flip's sake, man. It's a visual bug there, guys, because you mess around with the map mode. It's yeah. Okay, so our truce with Muscovy comes up this year. Bro, he's so powerful. Regretfully, I was hoping to really roll over him, guys, but regretfully, I think it's going to be similar to the first war. We basically defend, get war scrub like crazy, and then probably go for his capital, and then just take what we can. We'll get more bang for our buck with this, though. Yeah. I was really hoping to, like, 100% him, but I'm just not sure that's the move. Okay, these numbers definitely seem manageable to me. Nice. I think deving as a horde is slightly crazy, but it's fine. On that note, guys, I'm going to call it here. Like I said, I feel like crap. I don't know why. I should be fine. I'd literally felt perfectly fine. I just have like a sore throat, just coughing. I just have a cough. But then when I did cough, I kind of feel like I got a head cold. I don't know. It's the morning here, guys. I'm probably fine. I hope so. I hate it when I like lose my voice. And it wasn't that long ago. I've gone on years where I haven't gotten sick. But it wasn't that long ago that I was sick, and it's like the lingering throat is the worst, man. But we're going to call it here. We made some massive gains today. It's just the slow but sure. It's going to take a while, guys. This is a big campaign. We're going to be pushing, conquering. Muscovy is our main rival. Somehow we don't outtech him. He's significantly more powerful than us, but I think just like the first war, it's a similar scenario. We'll kind of like not break our nation, but push hard. And if we just keep wearing him down. I'm about to take the full Livonian Order, that's the plan, just like this, which boxes him in between me and the Scandinavians only. He's going to have nowhere to go, and yeah, the more that we chunk him, the weaker he's going to get, and I'll deliberately take his trade centers. It's going to hurt his economy. I'll take his terrain, positive terrain forts like this for the future, so at the very least we don't have to deal with them. So I'm a believer, but the PLC, thanks to us, we wrecked them. They're declining. They're getting hit by Muscovy as well. So that's nice. I think the PLC is actually going to be farmable, which is a 7-year truce. So we got this for a few years, the Muscovy for a few years, the Crimea themselves to take this part, the Golden Horde part, and Nogai. I've got to snake through Poland, guys. We got to like push this frontier over to, I guess, the Holy Roman Empire, and hopefully the Ottomans get their act together so we can start like chunking the empire as well. But yeah, it's kind of weird trying to play a horde and push west where really not that many nations to fight. So it's like, what do we do to keep pushing west and west? We'll see. Probably through Scandinavia. I don't know. But thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it. I am enjoying it, having fun. I'll see you tomorrow if you can make it. Later, chat. Thank you, Anonymous, whoever that was, for 10 gifted subs. That's huge. Thanks. Later, chat.